Hello, my friends. Well, hey, hey, BC. Hey, BC. Hold on one second. I want to thank you for your generous gift, my friend. Sorry that um, I was not able to say thank you during the chat. I had the guest up. As I put in my pinned comment, that was sorry that I'm just interrupting myself all over. Hey, Grandma. Hey, Ellie. Ellie says, okay. Hey, Ellie, how are you? How are you feeling? And what's going on? So anyway, I don't know if you're still here, BC, and if you do come in, I will make sure to give you the proper thanks that you deserve. Ellie says, I'm tired. You know what, Ellie? I'm tired too. I'm going to talk for an hour, and then I'm going to go to bed. I've been saying I'm going to get an early night for months upon months upon months, and I have not. But I hope to. I hope to tonight. Man, I loved my guest today, Alan Ishak. I hope you guys order his book. I have not, but I need to. I almost got the Kindle version just the other day. Believe it or not, the Kindle version is more expensive than the paperback. No, actually, it's about the same price right now. I don't know if Squirrel Snapper is here. I wonder if he knew. I'm sure he did. Why am I even asking? Muse. If he knew the word. Ellie says I have the doctors tomorrow, and my sister has a disco for disabled people, so I have to do her face paint and help my mom with other stuff as well tomorrow. It's a big day for you. Sending you energy, my friend. Hey, Manifestor, how are you, my friend? Hey, thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate that. I've really appreciated your input and your questions. Manifestor says, just been in my third AA meeting. Was great. AA has been a life changer, life saver for so many people. We started the 12 steps. I wonder. You guys are probably saying, I wonder what he's wondering about. It's a good question. I'm wondering about, we had our guest up just 2 weeks ago. Give me 1 second, guys. Deanna Fusen was up, I think 2 weeks ago. She got her start in A Course in Miracles through the 12 steps. And she still practices the 12 steps. Our friend Migiza, he's one of the early guests that we had come up talk about addiction and recovery. He is in recovery. He was just starting his 9th step. I believe he's 4 months sober right now. Which I'm always happy to hear. I'm interested in the correlation between A Course in Miracles and the 12 steps. Forgiveness is one of the major functions of the 12 steps, and that's where we get into step number 9. Ellie says, yep, so I worked out today. So tomorrow is going to be a rest day. I haven't had a rest day since 2004 when I had the flu. That's the last day I missed a workout, was 2004. But I tried. Hey, Jack. Jack, how are you, my friend? Well, I'm on the NA route, but it's really going as a group in my town. NAAA, it'll be the same results, the same method. Then he says, I haven't started my steps yet, but I've read chapter 1 last night. Nice. Do you have a sponsor yet? That might take a little bit of time. He says, Yogi, you're an amazing man who makes so many people's day by just turning up and being yourself. I really appreciate what you have done for all of us. Love you. Love you too, Ali. Thank you so much for saying that. But it's you guys who show up for me. Honestly, it's you guys that show up for me. I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate that. The reason why I'm live 3 times a day. And some heavy times in my life as well. So I rely on you guys to be there. Manifesto says, have you got anyone as a guest tonight? Nope, I don't have another guest until, Sniper will be up Wednesday. Miss Flipper's going to come by, hopefully tomorrow. And we'll do our normal Monday Miracles with Miss Flipper. We'll do it on Tuesday. Thursday, boy, I do got a busy week. Thursday, Nature's Dog Realm's coming up. And we're doing our theme song, Halloween special theme song. We're going to sing TV theme songs and commercials, but dealing as specifically as we're able. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to pull this off, but we're going to have fun trying. Halloween. Then Friday, I have another guest. We're going to talk about A Course in Miracles and social engagement, something I talked upon a little bit with Ellen. Ellie says, I have to take rest days as I'm building up to every day. I agree. I don't think everyone needs to work out every day. For me, it's as much about mental health as it is physical. Let's see. Manny says, I would love to join one day, as I believe I have experienced a lot in life that could help many. We'll make it happen for sure. But this Course in Miracles is something I'm definitely interested in. And yes, I'm going to be a slow process with me, but it's already helping. Hey, Jaybird. It's a slow process for so many. As I mentioned, I read about it in the late 80s. I started reading books about it in the early 90s. I bought the course in the mid 90s. I would start it and put it aside, start it and put it aside. It wasn't until 2007 when I finally said, I need to do this now. And I knew all along I needed to. I was going to self-realization fellowship meetings. That's the organization by Paramahansa Yogananda. He wrote Autobiography of a Yogi. One of the very first people from India to bring the original yoga, the yoga of God realization, of self-realization to America. I had been doing that for a number of years, as well as some other yoga practice. I was going through some Buddhist meetings for a while. A friend that I did all that with asked me in a bookstore, we were having coffee, and said, so what do you think? What's our path? Is it this path of yoga? Is it Buddhism? Is it, naming other stuff? And I said, without any hesitation, I don't even know why I said it, Course in Miracles is my path that's going to take me all the way. It's going to take me all the way home. And it has been. Ali says, you helped build this amazing community of people. Thank you, Ali. I will always be here for you. That means a lot to hear. That means a lot to hear. Especially, again, it's a little hard time lately. The synchronicity, and sorry I got that wrong, Manny. The synchronicity about Alan's publisher being Avon and me being born in Avon, and Avon was a country in UK, and that is no longer. And the publisher Avon is no longer. So you're working on your book now? Manny says you have to get the book, or you can get an audiobook. It's not on audio yet. Next time we chat, I'll ask him if that's going to be a possibility soon. Hey, Sue. Bud Falls is here. Ellie says, but also I work out for mental health more, but I also work out for physical health. Can understand that. Hey, Grandma. Grandma says, Yogi, I love you as a great inspiration to my life. Thank you so much for saying that. Man, you guys have been really nice, and I appreciate that. You know what? But I'm going to say again, we're all in it together, for sure. Just the fact that you being here means so much to me. Hey, Evan, do you believe negativity is an entity? Nope. Something that manifests in human nature. Uh, it is just a belief system. It's just a thought. It can be a very persistent thought. Stephen says, Phil, it's a maximum of one lesson a day. So you get it. Then the next 365, then the next 365 of them. Yes. Thank you, Sniper. Alan wants me to send him the link for when you come up. Sniper. Manny says, you know what? Tonight they were talking about how people think AA is a cult and how it definitely isn't. But I said, tongue in cheek, there's a similar word with one letter um, different that has an acronym. You might need to give me a hint. I'm a little dense sometimes. Grandma says I'm home with a headache, no work today. I'm sorry to hear that. It's not a migraine, is it? Ellie says, Yogi, you know my Facebook. Just reach out and I will get back as soon as I can if you need to talk. Thank you, Ellie. Ellie, thank you. I appreciate that. Which is reward. But I said, well, let's make a call. Let's talk, which really is not where I asked. Gotcha. Gotcha. Now I get it. Grandma says, hey to everyone. Face the ace. So Yogi, hey, face the ace. Steppa says to Grandma, try standing in a bowl of hot water that draws the blood pressure from the brain. Face the ace, how are you? Grandma says, thanks, Boo. I will try that and I'll let you know if it works. I hope it does. So, I don't know if you heard Alan talk about Carol Howe, who is one of the longest course practitioners around now. Started practicing in '79. The course was had only been published for 4 years at that point. I'm hoping she's going to come up. Alan said he's going to hook me up with some people. I did send her a message before because we are connected on Facebook. Anyway, for those who are interested in A Course in Miracles, she has A Course in Miracles by Carol Howe on YouTube. All 365 lessons that she guides you through. $365 videos. Course Miracles daily lessons. So, as well, the Foundation for Inner Peace, which is the original publisher of the course, has a complete online that you can also do audio. And they have apps. It's completely free. And with the apps, you can set reminders of when to do your lessons. So there's lots of ways. And he says I started writing my life story, but it's hard when you have ADHD. But I'm also thinking about doing a stand-up show. My name is Phil Doc. He said he should be the Philak Experience. I like that. Have you ever thought about like recording your story and then writing it down? The full lock. I like that. The full lock. The full lock experience. And you know me, I'm on the Fool's Journey. So it should be a full lock experience. I like that a lot. And he says, I'm very interested. Hey, Lucy. Lucy, how are you? How was your day? Grandma says, I get my playlist is almost ready. People are starting to watch already. So to check me out. It's there. Awesome, Grandma. Let me bring up your channel real quick. There it is. There is the playlist. Grandma 3 is at 551 subscribers. Guys, if you're not subscribed, we can start helping her get to 1,000. Hey, Grandma, how many watch hours do you have? You don't have to look now because I know you have a headache. So the description of her channel, by the way, is beautiful. The word wisdom will get you far in this lifetime. Just trust and believe in God. Subscribe, guys. Succinct. Beautiful and succinct. Lisi says, slow to life is hard. Sample says, that's my eternal alarm going off every 7 seconds, never stopping wanting answers. Mandy says, my book will be a roller coaster of tears, of joys to laughter. I don't know, once I get it done, it will be something to be proud of. But I'm busy. I'm in a band making music I have. Awesome. Hey, do you have any of your music up online? Zephyr says, hey to Lucy. Lucy says, I'm doing good. Just got back from doctor's appointment. How'd the doctor's appointment go? Lucy says, how are you, Yogi Eric? I'm good, Lucy. I'm good. Warner Boy says, sometimes I think about cheese, but you don't like cheese. You like oranges and crabs. What would make you think about cheese? Zephyr says, Runner Boy, the rest of the time, you're crackers. Manny says, another channel called Life in Hindsight about my deal with addiction and depression, which I need to work on more. And my band, we have a history channel called The Past Finders, that Squirrel Top Boy. You want to drop some links, Manny Faster? Sorry. DC says it went well. I had to get a shot and lab work done. I'm supposed to get lab work done on Thursday. I do not have a ride to the doctor as of now. I'm thinking about rescheduling. I've rescheduled about 4 times in a row. Manny says, I don't know how to do links. Jesus, my existential crisis. Just sit down to a big old plate of cheese and get it over with. Keep eating cheese until you suffer from cheese blindness. Yes, that's such a thing. It's where you eat so much cheese you literally go blind, temporarily, of course. And then you pass out in a cheese coma. Let me know how that works. I don't know if I'm going to make it though, Lucy. I do like English comedy. And he says, I live literally 10 miles away from Cheddar. So is that really where they got cheddar cheese from? Hey, thank you, Sissy. Sissy drops a link for Manifestor's link. Lucy says, so to Sissy. Hey, Sissy. Thank you for the comment that you left in the live stream. I did get a chance to let you know that I did see it about feeling like you're in the car with me when I tell that story. I really appreciate hearing that. Sissy says, slow, beautiful sister, Lucy. Manny says, I honestly think is a process of cheddar cheese, but yes, I would say. Gotcha. They actually got cheddar cheese from Leicester. I don't know if I would trust getting cheddar cheese from Leicester. I don't know, Runner Boy. That seems a little sketchy. I know Leicester, and I don't trust Leicester, at least as far as cheese is concerned. Thank you, Sniper. Sniper drops link for the Pathfinders. So, Grandma, when you're feeling better, let us know how many watch hours you are right now. How many more you need? We'll get you to that 3,000 mark. I just subscribed, Manny, to the Pathfinders. Man, I'm really sleepy, guys. We're going for the hour. We're going for the hour mark. I'm not sure. Either James Plath or Alan were the longest live streams I've done with a guest. And both of them just flew by so quick. I'm going to check. By the way, I have a playlist of all the guests that came up, and I have a playlist for Squirrel Sniper, the Esoteric Lounge with Squirrel Sniper. It appears that I've done 17 guests dealing with this kind of stuff. James Plath and I did 2 hours and 28 minutes. And Alan is the second. Third, I think, is Goga. Hey, Champ. Champ, how are you, my friend? Hey, Willow. Sorry, late. I'm getting my head around the times again. Went back, but how are you, Yogi? I'm good. How are you? How are you? How is everything? Hey, I like. How are you? Long time no see. Well, thanks for being here, my friend. Benny says, thanks for your interest, guys. I appreciate it. You're welcome, my friend. Hopefully, we will get you some more subscribers. Sniper says, informative, funny, and evasious. Did I get that right? Efficious. Efficious. What do you mean, Super Champ? I've given up pronouncing English names. It's not good for the international relationships for me to be mangling English names. DC says the shot I got is making you tired. Yeah, it can happen sometimes, right? Super Champ says, Yogi, I'm well. How are you? I'm good. Hey, Super Champ, I haven't seen any videos lately from you. Have you been putting them out and I just missed them? Willow says I'm getting by. Well, you are often on my mind, my friend. I often think about you. Always wish you well, whatever you cross my mind. DC says, I love Goga. Good friend. He has been a good friend. I'm coming up on 1 year anniversary of when he brought me up on his channel for an interview. Zephyr says we had a guy from South Africa with a feeding the stray cats diner. 1.6 million subs. Wow. Camp says, Yogi, can't you at least say Keith or Jonathan, for example? Keith or Jonathan? What do you mean? What do you mean, champ? Hey, Lady Sky. Lady Sky, I'm sorry I couldn't say hi to you when you came into the chat this afternoon. I did see you, my friend. How did things end up for the Titans last night? And he says, "Oh, can I ask a question? I hope it doesn't cause a problem." Was Yogi's best mate your friend on here? I felt a little unease with his interactions, but I wasn't sure. Who's that, Manny? My best mate. I'm not sure who you're talking about. Food from afar, my friend. Thank you so much. How are you? Thanks for renewing the membership. 9 months. How's everything with you? Willis says, yeah, I've just been busy with Rebel, and he's not exactly taking the medicine so well. So it hasn't been a good, but hopefully fingers crossed, he looking like he's getting better. But I hope he keeps getting better. I hope so too. Champ says, "Oh, Yogi, I've simply stopped making videos on my normal human channel. I kind of want to wait about 7 years until I upload another one to see the progress from 18 to 25. You don't want to see how your progress builds, though, from week to week? I'm sorry, Lady Sky. Zephyr says, manifest to know that's a young lad that changed from troll to friend. Oh, we're talking Laradox. I was unable to really follow along with what was going on. How was he, Sniper? I took a little leap of faith when he asked to mod up. Jack is sending some love to Lucy. Super Champ says, Yogi, when you said you don't like pronouncing English names, I just gave Keith and Jonathan as an example to show you how you can actually pronounce those names correctly. Thank you. Food from afar says, thanks, Eric. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. How are you in watch hours, my friend? Hey, Buddha. This guy says, yeah, it's all right. It's only a game, Yogi. Unless you got money on it. I've never gambled on football. Let's see. Jack says, nice to see you, big bro. How's the skating going, Jack? Hey, are your kids going to play hockey? Or maybe are they already playing hockey? Sniper says, Eric, I forgot to mention that was Zeradox you moderated last stream. I assume your knee, as you mentioned in the chat. I didn't know until he said it. And he said, Yogi, this is Zeradox. I wasn't sure about modding him up. We have not had I like Laradox. I always have. But we have not always had the best experience with Laradox. But He's older. Everyone gets another chance, right? We would all want another chance. Stefan says greetings to Jack. As says Lucy. Buddha, how are you doing? Camp says, well, Yogi, I already see the progress from year to year, but when it comes to YouTube, I'd like to see some mass improvements. I can understand that. I think I would just like to have on record, some of those big lifts as they happen. This guy says Titans 1-7. Wow, for week 8. That's not good at all. How are the Jaguars doing? Manny says, that's okay because I felt a little bit like he was trying. But when I said boo boo and Squirrel said two boos, and I said he's disappeared. I suspect he'll be back. Jack says, yes, they both want to play pro. There's a woman pro hockey league. I didn't know that. Now, I'm training them to skate really good first. Very important. Man, you're going to be an awesome coach. When does stick work come into play? Do you think the skating is more important than stick work? I just don't know. Manny says that's right. Yogi, fair play. Everyone gets a second chance. It's down to them when they want to keep their chance to be part of a game. Absolutely, Manny. Buddha says, I'm good, Yogi. Had to find which tab you on. Sorry for the late response. Got many tabs open. It's okay, Buddha. Always appreciate you helping so many people. Let's see. Grandma says, having a good time. Listening, Yogi, just trying to stay calm. We can do some breath work a little later if you think that might help. This guy says, since you have a guest on 12 p.m. Central Eastern Time slot, I have a break from singing this Friday, Yogi. You can come up in the evening. How's that sound? Yeah, I was really lucky to get this person. She can only come up for about an hour. Hey, Mr. Something Else. Mark, how are you? Morning, Yogi. It's 11 a.m. I just spent an hour with my daughter. She wanted some shrooms. Her and her husband want to try them. Very strange to make the baby girl does acid at festivals and stuff. Interesting. Hey, Mark, you've been coming in for a bit now, for a few days. We're going to mod you up, my friend. Hey, Frank. Namaste to you too, Buddha. Thank you. Reinhardt says, I'm a little injured. I crashed yesterday. You'll see it in my shorts. I posted a lot of videos yesterday. I'll be on the lookout. I always enjoy your shorts. How's everything in New Zealand, Mark? New Zealand. Did I get that right? Why does it sound so funny now, me saying it? Stephen says, very good. I wish my customers pay after all I have completed all the work with great commandments. Yeah, I'm still waiting. Do they pay anything up front, Sniper? Oh, wow. Jack says his son is already stick handling every single day. I have a friend, one of my best friends, my workout partner for well over a decade, back when I was going to gyms. He was a professional basketball player, Perry Young. He played Virginia Tech, very good college ball player. I think he was drafted by Portland, traded to Chicago. I think he was traded one more time. He ended up in the Canadian leagues for a while, probably for a decade in the Canadian leagues. He just wanted to play ball. Anyway, he took the coaching. He said, talking about basics, he actually preferred teaching or coaching uh, middle school, particularly the girls, because they wanted to learn the basics. They wanted teamwork. They wanted to practice passing, all the stuff that the boys just wanted to dunk. That was it. Or they wanted the 3-pointer, right? They wanted the flashy stuff. They didn't want to learn the basics. And he says, I have a whole conversation on football being the one world religion. He might be interested to talk about, Yogi. I like the sound of that. It is worldwide. We missed the ball a little bit, literally speaking, calling it football, calling it soccer. Sorry. Buddha says, Namaste. Namaste to you, friend. Then he says, and if possible, I would love to share it with you. Is it on your channel? Hey, Manny, are you on Facebook? Sanford says, never ask for anything up front unless it's material for fencing or turfing. Got you. Bernard says, that's awesome. So, yeah, it made me think of him in direct connection with you and what you're doing with your kids and how you're drilling them and the basics. Heart Matters. Heart Matters says, the Yogi, my day is always brighter after I chat with this group. Hey, thanks for saying that, my friend. I always appreciate you being here. I always appreciate your input in all of our conversations. Hey, Leo. Leo, how are you feeling after yesterday? Yesterday? Was it Saturday? No, I don't remember. 1,000 Navy SEAL burpees, guys. If you're not familiar with Navy SEALs, it is a 3-pump burpee, but it's a 3-pump burpee with some flair. So 1,000 means 3,000 push-ups. You were so steady, too. What's up, Brian? Leo, you were so steady. Mark said we had a wicked thunderstorm last night. I'm just finishing my coffee, and I'm going to pot some beads, ghost peppers, tobacco, and some flowers that produce a certain bulb. It's windy, but New Zealand is rad. Is that where you're from originally too? Manny says, I know I mean live one day. Oh, gotcha. I'm going to look for you, Phil. Brian says, 1,000 Navy SEALs were intense. What's up, Jamie? Jamie says hi to everyone. Brian says so to Jamie. Brian says, we did it though, bro. Great work, Brian. Absolute beast. Leo says, what's up, Jamie? And then I see you had a recovery game session, Leo. Leo says, Saturday, brother, we are all good. My days are all mixed up. I do the same thing every day. The only difference is actually my workouts. If it wasn't for my workout, man, Monday would be the same as Friday. Manny says, there's a picture of me and my band, actually, Squirrel Sniper. Don't think we are friends on Facebook. I don't generally use it, but I do use Messenger. That's kind of what I use it for, too. Leo says, Buddha. Camp says, in roughly 10 minutes, Yogi, remember to take your pill so you can sleep like a baby, hopefully. I hope so, too. Thank you, champ. I always appreciate you, my friend. Mark says, oh, hey, dude, I use that breathing exercise heaps. Can't wait to learn more. We do a lot of it. We do a lot of breath work here. Manny says he used to coach soccer to kids. I made up the mantra confidence is the key because I got so annoyed with parents telling the kids off for getting something wrong. Oh, yeah, that's worldwide, isn't it? Brian says, I did say in my short Leo highlight when I was on 900, it said, I know Leo is feeling it too. Same way. Brian says, Leo was definitely making it look easy. I don't know. I've watched a lot of people through the years in the burpee community. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone transform themselves into a total machine the way that Leo has. Mark says, we grew up in the South Island, the very bottom, last airport before Antarctica. Wow. Hey, what was the weather like there? Yeah, I bet it did, Leo. Manny says, but my mantra is if you're on 100% confidence, you can't go wrong. Literally, it's impossible to miss a shot. And one of them to not worry, but the instant is there. Go for it, and hopefully learn from their mistake. But it didn't matter if they let a goal or miss. But if you get scared, you can develop much better. I got all the hours to stand in a circle. Hey, Mercy, my friend, how are you? Emphasis question for all. If it came to it for self preservation and protection by maintaining a dissimulation by remaining silent about one's true beliefs. Let's see where this is going. Mercy is like 25. Thank you, my friend. Mark says, I finally bit the bullet. Um, Belt and shave Lemmy from Motorhead Beard. That looks rad. You got a photo up on your um, community page. Mercy says, I love you. I love you too, my friend. Thank you, Mercy. Always appreciate you coming here. Manny says, I was shout confidence is key. We're all shouting it, and that alone would beat the other team. Thank you, Mercy. Brian says, have a blessed day, everyone. Much love. Much love to you, Brian. Mark says, when it started raining, it was torrent for weeks. Snow every year. Spent a lot of time in Southern Alps tramping or at sea on fishing boats. It was a great place to grow up. I bet. It can't be heavily populated. Yeah, I was wondering about the weather because it doesn't really snow in New Zealand, though, right? Why am I having trouble saying New Zealand? New Zealand. I don't know. I used to be able to say it. Manny says, I think that's how the Nazi became powerful people, turning a blind eye. I would agree. I would agree. Lucy says slow to mercy. Manny says, but then I suppose it's a very difficult place to be in that situation. New Zealand. New Zealand. There you go. NZ will do, cuz it's funny. You know, you say something and then all of a sudden you realize I'm not saying that right. And I have no idea how to fix it. New Zealand. Got you. Or NZ. You should hear my Sanskrit when I'm trying to talk yoga. Stephen says, I learned something new today. Some religious doctrines allow full dissent in their own belief to self preserve. Hey, I have a question for you. Do you think they allow or do you think they insist? I wonder if, in order for that self preservation, they need to insist upon it so it'll happen. Sanskrit. Sanskrit. Yes. Except it says a word called kitman. Kitman. Manny says, very good. Both questions. That's what I love about this channel. Thank you, Manny. I do not understand Sanskrit. I know Sanskrit from yoga. Do you know what I mean? Yoga poses. I can never remember how to say what. I barely remember what to say in English. Um, but I know Sanskrit words in regard to yoga. Does that make sense? What's up, Tiger King? Mark says, "Oh yeah, I get it." Stephen says means concealment or dissimulation of one's religious beliefs or convictions, particularly through silence or omission, often for self-preservation when under threat of persecution or compulsion. I often wondered about martyrs for religious sake. Just is it worth it? Do you think God requires anyone to be a martyr? Do you think Joan of Arc? Well, she's a bad example. Mark says, "Got you." Stephen says, "Insists it's hidden within." Hey, Mark, did you visit yoga with Adrian? Adrian? Let's see. And is that SL? ST second is sound, both inward and inevitable. Mark says, I've settled on the Egyptian gods. I want to explore Mesopotamia and Sumerian beliefs. What is it that draws you towards that, Mark? Sissy says, I was raised not to talk about beliefs with others, but did anyway, and it caused a lot of trouble. Then you find any good. It caused more trouble than it did any good. Sorry. Especially with blended family, and my mom was adopted. Well, I went to a Catholic school growing up. We had religion class. You would think it would be a class about religion, right? Nope. It was basically a class about um, Catholic Church. They did not appreciate questions about religion. They didn't appreciate questions. What they appreciated was obedience. Then he says the thing is all the writing I believe are plagiarism in a way, another and also written to bend the ears those who would not want to hear it a certain way. I agree. There are yogic stories of virgin birth, walking on water, all the miracles that Jesus did. Mark says, Tessa subbed and found the perfect clip of her for me. Thanks. Oh, awesome. Yes. I'm glad. I'm glad. And I'm happy to help with anything. I am a certified yoga teacher. I am not the bendiest of yoga teachers. It's not why I got into yoga, although I love the yoga asanas and I've been doing it since I was 11 ish. Hey, Adam. Adam, how are you? Tiger King says, what do people think to have their Christmas tree up in October? My neighborhood across the road has gotten a Christmas tree. What do you think this is, Eric, and everyone on here? I think it's for me. It would be kind of early. I like Christmas to be traditional. Just after Thanksgiving, easing into that holiday season. But hey, if some people like it, if they want a Christmas tree in October, I'm not going to tell them not to. I wonder where you can get a Christmas tree in October. I wonder if Eric LaPointe sells October Christmas trees. Adam says, hope is weak and belief is weaker. Manny says, I went to join Anglican and Catholic school, hated it. I didn't like it either. I absorbed from Sunday school every week, and my mom tells us to of when 2 years old at the end of the Lord's Prayer, as they said in unison. Eric Point says, not yet. No October Christmas trees for Eric LaPointe. Thanks, Eric. Hey, Pancake. Pancake says, I'm drunk. What time of the day is it for you? Not that it matters, just curious. Tiger King says, Fish, you and Eric, my favorite guy on here. You have my back, meant a lot to me. Hey, Tiger King, there's people here who had your back as well, who you might not even realize it. There's some people here who you might think were antagonists, but they actually had your back too. Tiger King says, what thank gifts mean, Eric? What do you mean, Tiger King? Adam says, great buddy. Mark says, I want to understand how we came to the idea of religion and beliefs. It seems it always ends up in corruption. But I like the simple tenets, do what thou wilt, do unto others. I like the Beatitudes, the Sermon of the Mounts. For me, my ethical practice is what's called the yamas in yoga. It's 5 ethical restraints, and they're called restraints because you abstain from one aspect of it, so the opposite grows. So it's stated in the negative. Like the first one is ahimsa, which means non-harming. When you practice non-harming, peace grows in proportion to the amount that you're able to practice not harming. Same with not lying, same with non-hoarding, same with sexual abstinence. Let's say energetic management, and same with non-stealing. Those are the 5. Adam says, pancake, do you eat pancakes after you get drunk or during? Is there ever a wrong time to eat pancakes? Lucy says so, Eric LaPointe. Tiger King says, like you, Eric? What do you mean? Oh, I can't tell you. Otherwise, just know that there are people that you might not assume who also have your back. Buddha says, it may not even know the actual true date. Think of that, and it's not anyone's concern what another beautiful soul does on this earth. Earth may not even be the meaning you also think. You think also. Thank you, Buddha. I don't put up a Christmas tree. Don't let Eric LaPointe hear you say that. Hear me say that. Oh yeah, you guys don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is just a day of thanks. People eat too much. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving either, really. I don't really do holidays. I just hang out with you guys. Buddha says, here they start in November. Buddha's half and Eric LaPointe, what do you start selling them? November, right Thanksgiving too? Ending of this month. Hey, Daniel. Oops, I forgot to take my supplement, guys. Super Champ will be disappointed in me. Tiger King says, "Hey, Eric Point, how's your day been?" Lucy says, "Hi, Daniel." Grandma says, "Eat pancakes whenever. That's the way to do it." Adam says, "That's hardcore life. I like it." Hey, Adam, what did you think of our guests today? Mark says, "Pancake, there's whiskey in my coffee, but it's almost noon and I'm on Fent, DHC, uh, diazepam. I don't know what that is. And uh, lidocaine for pain, so a shot of scotch won't hurt." Hey, Toy Pups. Toy Pups, what did you think of our guests today? Thanks for showing up. Tiger Singh says, "Can't wait. Man City versus Liverpool. You going to the game?" Eric says, "Hey to everyone I missed. I'm on my way home, texting at stop signs." Hey, Lynn. How are you, my friend? Mark says, "My circle of friends celebrates the summer solstice." I do like celebrating the solstices, just a quiet little acknowledgement. Not much of a celebration, more of an acknowledgement. I am going to put more emphasis on Christmas this year in a different way. Celebration of Christ consciousness within all of us. Benny says, "Get this for my karma. My mate hit a bird in the road. I told him off for it, not trying to miss, and I told him will receive payback." 15 minutes later, after he bought lemonade, it burst everywhere. Sometimes it happens quick, doesn't it? Adam says, "I'm so impressed, Mr. Something. I'm a horrible typer without substances." Me too. Sissy says, "I really enjoyed them." Hey, Sissy, I want to thank you again for your comment uh, about saying that you often feel like you're in the car with me when I tell that story. I really, really enjoyed Alan today. I came away from that conversation so inspired, like I'm on the path that I'm supposed to be on. Sometimes I doubt it. I have been having doubts about my path. I've been having doubts about YouTube for quite some time. Zipper says, "Green, go, go, go." Benny says, "Tiger, would you enjoy my conversation about football with Yogi?" I bet. Buddha says, "I just love Fraser fur and colors. It's beautiful. My dad and mom has got that since I was 7. So that's true meaning to me is all moments shared throughout years with my father." I like that, Buddha. Super Champ was here earlier. Tiger King, he's doing good. Selma was in my workout live stream. She's doing good too. Pip Up says he was very dapper. I'm gonna have my next email. I'm gonna mention someone said that you were Toy Pup said that you were dapper. We loved his story. It was beautiful. Then he says, "What is the YouTube channel with the Course of Miracles?" It is. I can't drop the link. Hey, Toy Pups. If I send you if I send you a link, could you share it here? Because I can't share it.
Hi, all of you, and thanks a million for joining us in this new series.
Thanks. It's called A Course in Miracles with Carol Howe. I can't type it in. Give me 1 second, guys. That's the name of the channel. Toy Pup says, I hope it works. It seems like it worked on my end. Toy Pups, thank you so much. Hey, that's for you too. Willa says, keep being amazing, everyone. You too, Willa. Willa, if you need to reach out, you know how to get hold of me. So this is Carol Howe, who again is one of the longest Course in Miracles practitioner since 1979. She recorded all 365 lessons, commentary, the best way to practice it. Sorry, I dropped my rock. That's a lot of work, guys. I'm hoping she's going to be up soon. She's going to talk with us. Buddha says, other than that, Yogi, every day I step out of my house, neighbors call me weird and crazy because I don't celebrate Halloween. And I would open my door lights are off Halloween and I don't celebrate any other. I don't do really Halloween either. Thank you, Manny. That's nope. The last name is spelled Howe. No L at the end. Let me know if that works for you, the link. Therapist says, Eric, can you name a music genre that wasn't created and molded into a social experiment with hidden agendas other than classical music? Tempted to say jazz. I'd liken classical music to the music of the spheres, the music of the cosmos. It is definitely pure, pure music. Mark's going to be right back. Buddha says they'd be trying so hard to get a reaction out of me now, and the golfer got one a few weeks ago. We were on the verge to fight, but he screamed, I'm going to call ICE, and jumped in his cart and sped off. I just laughed. What is ICE going to do to you? Therapist says, Eric, does Sniper have Gates rules? Please show me, Eric. Sniper doesn't have rules. Sniper doesn't need rules. What they are guidelines, Tiger King. They're not rules for you either. They're considerations that help the live stream, to help the chat flow smoothly. It's a way of saying that I'm considering the host. I'm considering those who are on the live stream with me. Buddha says, I know the true meaning and saw it in my own eyes. Namaste. This guy says, sorry, Yogi, I left, made brownies this afternoon for my mom to take to work this week. Buddha says, my book is the Akashic Records. We ought to have a talk about that sometime, Buddha. Sniper says, a good idea when you leave this channel, you can share her channel in your community. Very good idea. Thank you for that. I will do so. Buddha says, "You truly love that book, I see, Yogi." You know, it is a book, but it's a practice. The book itself is just a book. It's doing the practice. It's the method and the means of forgiveness that it offers for inner peace and for self-realization. Uh, it is to learning how to relate to ourselves in a truly loving fashion so that love is all we have to give to others. So even in the end, it says, even in the end of the course, it says, throw the book away. Uh, and it says words about symbols of symbols twice removed, including of Course in Miracles. It's the actuality. It's putting it into practice that matters. Sissy says, pronounce how. E is silent. Thank you, Sissy. Manny says Alan Watts tells all about musical and pop culture, food culture. You ever heard Alan Watts' Sermon of the Potato? Took up says, hi chat, how's everyone doing today? Please don't forget to do a super chat. Please let it rain gems on Yogi. Let's make the epic live stream. Who's going to start the super chat train? Thank you, Toy Pups. Hey, Duncan. Duncan, how are you? Oh, Duncan. Did you post your 100 rep? Adam says, I forgot to mention Men at Work. What a freaking awesome band. I'm a big fan of Colin Hayes. He redid all of his Men at Work songs acoustically, and man, how awesome. I'm a firm believer that everything is better acoustic. Manny says reggae is one of the least, I would say, in purest form. Buddha says, I know the true meaning and I saw it from my own eyes. Hey, Michael. Michael, how you feeling? Still have the crud, but the triple-digit fever broke yesterday. Still can't quit coughing at night, even though I'm sleeping with my upper chest elevated. I'm glad the fever broke. Lady Sky did listen to the song. Manny says Sex Pistols and Anarchy in UK. I'm a big fan of the Clash. Zip Up says this is the way the yogi makes his living. It is true. He sacrifices his time for all of us. He wouldn't say sacrifice. Let's show him that we support him by a nice super chat and a message inside. I do like the messages. Thank you, Toy Pups. Adam's going to decorate a rock for Christmas. Buddha says, exactly. I am a Chicana, but I was born in Miami Beach, Florida. It's amazing that someone would threaten you with that, Buddha. Lady Sky is going to do her best. She needs to practice. If you sing it, you're going to do great. Sissy says boundaries. Yes. Where did we go? Man, I'm way behind in the chat, aren't I? Sorry, guys, if I missed any comments, I'm going to dive down towards the bottom because I know that I am way behind. I don't know how I fell so far behind. So here's the thing. No one ever winds anyone up, Tiger King. All of that happens completely on its own. I mentioned that a lot. I'm less interested in creating a safe place for people as helping people create their own safe place. That you can go to any live stream, any chat, any social media, any place in real life offline with this, what Herman Melville called the Insula Tahiti, your own little island of peace that is untouched by the outer circumstances of the people and place that surrounds you. So you never have to get wound up if you don't want to be wound up. Someone can say whatever they want to you, and you are unwoundable. You're untouchable. You're bulletproof. Mark says, why the friction? Thanks, Toy Pups. Hey, Allie. Allie says, hi, Uncle Yogi. Hello, my friend. Buddha says, hey, Duncan. Duncan, how are you? You guys subscribe to Duncan Walsh Fitness Motivation, who is now Duncan Walsh, the Billionaire Syndrome. Buddha says, yo, Duncan, I've been looking at your method for Navy SEALs. They're great, sir. Hey, Buddha, did you know he got over 150? We got 150 in 20 minutes. The age of 59. Trip Up says, thank you so much, Tiger King. We love you so much. Sissy says, embodiment. Adam says, ooh, the like button. Gotcha. Appreciate that, guys. Lady Sky says, Toy Pups, you got me singing the When I'm Gone Cup song. Michael says, I have a feeling that his potatoes didn't get mashed either. They did not get mashed. Michael, not feeling well. He still comes in with a joke. Duncan says, with a wide stance, Buddha helpful. Toy Pup says, let's see. It's talking to fish. And she says, we love you. Buddha says, yes, I understand. It's like a horse stance. Wide return helps it easier on the knees, Duncan. Duncan says it's also easier on the back. That's the main reason you did it, Duncan, was for your back, right? Duncan says, yes, posted. I will go and watch before bed. So I want to mention before, well, I mentioned again how much I appreciate your patience when I'm chatting with a guest and I'm unable to interact the way we do now. Thank you so much for being patient. Buddha says, yes, it's helpful. Thank you very much. So you've incorporated it, Buddha? So Pup says, we are supposed to start reading Course in Miracles eventually. We will get there, but we are very interested in learning. So check out that channel, Toy Pups. She has all the lessons. You can just listen to them, and they're all under 10 minutes, I believe. Mark says, I met a guy in jail, drugs as usual. He was a skinhead that had a bad stabbing people habit. That is a bad habit. You know what? It's a better habit than the getting stabbed habit. He discovered Buddhism in the pen and shared it with me. I don't understand it at all, but I can dig it. Love to talk about Buddhism a bit if you want, whenever you want. What's up, Skits? Skits says, good evening, Yoksa. How art thou? I'm good, my friend. How are you? Can you please sing Pen? Don't know that, Tiger King. Rudy says, yes, I've done 123. Nice. With trending of me with 200, 23 minutes. Well done. Mark said I had dropped 40 kilograms to have surgery. Took me a year, but finally go time. So, Tiger King, we're not going to keep going over the grievances all the time. And he says, you know what? I felt a lovely warmth from Alan. Thank you, Lucy. Lucy says, we understand you, Gare. I appreciate that. Thank you. Um, yeah, Alan. I just amazing person. Buddha says, I'm very busy lately, but yes, sir, sometimes I don't want to hit record and set it up. It's annoying, honestly. No, did I hear correctly that you have some doubts about YouTube? I have doubts about me and YouTube, not YouTube itself. I appreciate the opportunity that YouTube has given me. I just wonder if I am. I have wondered. My guest today, Alan, was a big help. Oh, my pen better than your song. Maybe I'll do it again this Saturday. Mainly sing on weekends. Audio sleep legend. Auto sleeper legend. What kind of music you play, Mark? Benny says there's an audiobook for Course in Miracles. There's several. If you go to the Foundation for Inner Peace, the original publisher of the course, all of it's on audio. Eric says, did you say Alan Watts something about potato yogi? Yes. The potato sermon. It's in his book that is around here somewhere. I hope Kat's not watching because I bragged that I know where everything is. I know where everything is. I told you I know where everything is. You guys didn't believe me. You can find it online too. Or I'm sorry, you can find it on YouTube. I will tell you what page it is on. Sorry, guys. Anyway, it is in Still the Mind, Introduction to Meditation. Wonderful book, as are all books by um, Alan Watts. And it is about the enlightenment of the potato. Hold on one second, guys. So on YouTube, it's called Potato Speaks. Let me know if you got that, Eric Lapointe. If you YouTube search The Potato Speaks Alan Watts, it'll come up. Sissy says, I absolutely enjoy Alan Watts. Yep, he was a very early influence for me. When I was 16, I had a girlfriend. I was convinced I was in love with her, who had an absolutely beautiful mom who had all of Alan Watts' books. And she gave me The Way of Zen and um, The Way of Zen and the Book of the Tao, but I forget which one it was. The Way of the Tao. And I was devouring those books. My girlfriend broke up with me, and I was completely devastated because I had to give the books back. I was okay about the girlfriend, um, who actually is really good really good Facebook friends with me. I was telling someone not long ago, I'm still friends, Facebook friends or otherwise, with every girl I've ever dated. Hey, Derpy. Eric Lapointe says, yes, thank you. You're welcome. It's awesome. Eric Lapointe, it's absolutely awesome. Let me know what you think about it. Hey, Coffee Cake, how are you, my friend? Coffee Cake, we had a big talk about Coffee Cake. Lady Sky, was it yesterday or the day before? Sissy, when did we talk about Coffee Cake? Manny says, I got to say, Squirrel really is a proper friend of mine, although we never met. I agree. I've had numerous conversations with him and calls, etc. And if there's one man I would ask for advice or information. Hey, Lynn. Eric Point says, I just discovered him. Sounds amazing. Read everything you can get. Alan Watts. His later books were a little bit more to my favorite. Man, a whole new world's going to open up. Eric Lapointe. He deepened my practice and understanding of honest, real yoga. Got me interested in the Tao and Zen and Buddhism. You know, there's some writers you discover at any age. I was very fortunate. I was 16 when I started reading Alan Watts. Changed the course of my life. I would not be here doing weird stuff had it not been for Alan Watts and Carlos Castaneda. I might be somewhere else doing different weird stuff, but I wouldn't be here doing this specific weird stuff. So, guys, if you don't like me, you don't like my message, don't blame me. Blame Alan Watts. Is it in black and white? The video? Yes. I think one just has words, one has scenery in it. You'll see the caption. How do you know that you are a higher order of being than a potato? All right, so tomorrow, guys, listen to it. And tomorrow, let's all have a talk about potatoes. Lynn, how are you doing, my friend? I love Joseph Campbell too, and Carl. I'd love to get a hold of the Red Book. Adam, have you ever seen it? Oh, there we go. Derpy says it's me, Lynn. Gotcha. Oh yeah, it's been a little bit. Derpy says Eric Point. Ian comes in here. Ian Watts is his nephew. I might be able to get his son up on a live stream sometime if you want. I can't promise it, but I might be able to. I have connections. Manny says, I told one synchronicity when I was streaming one day. I was talking about squirrel and I looked up and his surname was in huge letters on the lorry I was passing. Not surprising. What's up, nature guy? How are you, my friend? Buddha says, background, sir. Thank you, Buddha. Tiger King says, drama tomorrow. Eric, lessons for my show I'm in. What show are you going to be in? I hear you. All right, hey. Guys, I'm going to be going to bed in just a second. My cat is saying it's time to go to bed. Eric Point says, well, some of my shorts have words in them. How did that happen? Adam says, yes, Sissy, I was trying to be nice and comment on his little sermon and saying I like the wisdom of insecurity. I did too. The entirety of his sermon was based upon. Stephen says, Tiger King, what show? Is it a new play? Sissy says also, see Mikhail Smith is a longtime mentor of mine. Jagarian shamanism and IFS are his specialty. Then he says, I get a load of synchronicities with number plates and logos on lorries. It was nice talking. It was nice talking synchronicities with Alan today. Yep, I love talking about Carlos Castaneda, Mark. Very early. I started reading Castaneda well before Alan Watts. I think I was 13 when I read The Teachings of Don Juan. Mark says, oops, Manny says, oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, my friend. I said Mark. I apologize. I know you're talking Castaneda and The Art of Dreaming and The Fire Within, two of my favorites. I love both of them. Second book, and I can never pronounce the title, I think might be my favorite. Mark says I prefer Mike Watt. His son, Mark, Alan Watts' son, Mark, I have a connection to, so I might be able to reach out. Michael says, hey, LP. Michael, thanks for hanging in there with us. We got some love from Toy Pups. You have a chip on your shoulder rather than a shoulder made of chips. All right, guys, I think I'm going to have to wrap things up. I actually made it a half an hour longer than I thought. Hey, Kelly. How are you, my friend? Adam says, I believe that if you started playing all of Alan Watts' lectures, you could listen to it nonstop for half a year. He was prolific, wasn't he? There's only 2 weeks of adverts, says Sniper. The taboo against knowing yourself, the wisdom of insecurity, I think are two essential Alan Watts books. I think it's going to be about 10 o'clock, 10:25 your time, Tiger King. It's going to be the night before Halloween, actually. Kelly says, I'm good. Sorry I missed. How are you? I'm good, Kelly. I'm good. Lucy says, good night, Yogi Eric. Thank you, Lucy. Sissy says, I promise. But if I think it's Alan Watts with an S, so it wouldn't be related to Mike Watt. That's it, Mandy. Thank you. Ixtlan, the journey to Ixtlan. Lan, thank you. I Adam says, I'm familiar with Red Book and I've heard experts. I've wanted to buy it. It's like, at least the last I checked, like $50 on Amazon. It's supposed to contain his deepest and most Carl Jung's esoteric teachings. Mark says, night yogi, later chat. Porno for Pyros, Mike Rock, period. Best Mike. Oh, by the way, did you guys hear me, Adam and Mark? Mr. Something else? That you were right about Jesse. Awesome stuff. I got the dates wrong, Tiger King. It was always going to be the day before. They do have a guest on Halloween, though, this Friday. Sipper says, never fear the lights that reveal on the crack, so they are merely paths for starlight to enter. Tiger King says, when prayers go to Jamaica, as I can have a storm that's going to be a Category 5, 170 miles wind. Thank you, Tiger King. I will join you in prayer. All right, guys, I'm wrapping up. I will see everyone tomorrow, 5 o'clock in the morning. I hope Miss Flipper is going to be up tomorrow afternoon. Wednesday, Sniper's going to be up. The Esoteric Lounge, the doors will be opened at 5:25. This is going to be a big one. This one might court a little controversy. Not purposely so. That's not Sniper's intent. His intent is to inform, inspire, educate. But sometimes that comes with controversy in its own. And he says, it's been an absolute pleasure as always, Eric. And look me up on Facebook. Our pictures in the black and white of my picture. I will, my friend. Thank you so much. Thank you, Eric. Eric, let me know what you think of the lecture by Alan Watts. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. All right. Love you guys. Take care.